Hi everyone, it's Nicole and I'm here with the 10th layout using these page kits. And so I have one more and then we'll see what we got done and then we'll make some more page kits. But before we see page 11, I had stopped scrapbooking and started filming my scrap room tour, which took a whole lot longer than I thought it would. But anyway, so the scrap room tour will probably start tomorrow. And at the end of that, then we'll finish the page kits. And we still have like 13 days in the month of July. So still lots of time for some layouts and the scrap room tour. So I mounted the photo on some black cardstock. And I did that instead of the pink because I want to mount the whole thing on the pink cardstock. For a couple of reasons. One, there is my husband and my son in the picture, and the embellishments are all going to be in pink. And some of the pattern papers are, have black tones, like the background has black and off-white polka dots. And then the two end papers there that I cut into the 6x6, they're, black on white. And so I wanted to bring more black into the layout. So I mounted the photo on black cardstock and I did it in the center of the black cardstock so I could still use that black cardstock as a, mounting some other layout. But I just wanted to add a little hint of pink to the background. Plus, I'm trying to use, the second reason I did it in pink is because I'm trying to use some of my cardstock that are colored, because I tend to always gravitate towards the, the black cardstock, the white cardstock, and the craft, and the brown, and sometimes the gray. But I'm trying to use up more of my colored cardstock. I need to use that up. So as I was looking at my embellishments, when I was looking for pictures, I had looked at that die cut that's right beside my photo, and when I looked at it closely, it said Boston this, Boston that on it, and I thought, hey, that's one of our favorite places to go when we go on vacation. So I'm going to look for some Boston pictures, and this is a picture of my daughter, my son, and my husband, and our dog Ace, and we had gone for a walk on the waterfront. And so I thought it was, the perfect picture for that. And so I started building my cluster to the right of the photo with that die cut. But I'm using that die cut almost like a pattern paper. And then above it, top right, I'm going to do some clusters. And then to the bottom left of it, so closer to the picture, I'm going to do another cluster. And then I'm going to do a cluster to the bottom of the layout. And when I put all this together, you're going to see, instead of putting the cluster of pattern papers in the center of the layout, I'm going to push it towards the top, and I'm going to have a bunch of white space, which I don't often do, but for some reason, I really liked it with this. And I cut down my photo so that it was closer to a 4x4 photo. And the last time I got my photos done, I got them all printed at 4x4. So I'm kind of on a kick, to printing or to scrapping photos that are closer to 4x4. So I went into my stash and I got the distress ink. And this time I did go for the black soot instead of that gray one, just for something different. And I'm inking all the edges. I'm going to end up cutting that journaling block that says seriously, and that's where I'm going to put my title. It's going to be a very small title, and then I'm going to use the rest of it at the bottom under that flower. And I don't do it right away. At one point I look at it and there's something missing, and that's what I decide to put there. This layout was a super quick one to do. It took me less than 40 minutes to put it together, and it was one of them that I had done like maybe 4 layouts in a row. And I find the more often I scrap, the quicker I can put these pages together. So in this, stretch that I had done 4 layouts, the first one probably took me an hour and a half The second one took me closer to an hour. The third one probably took me about 50 minutes. And then this one here took me 40. And then it's been about a week, close to a week since I've scrapbooked. I've been filming my scrap room tour. And I imagine that tomorrow when I go back to my desk to do the last 11th layout, it's probably going to be over an hour. It just seems that when I'm away from my desk actually scrapbooking, it does add to the time that it takes me to do layout. So the more that you scrap, the faster that you become. Not that it's a race, but I'm just noticing that I seem to be, sort of more in the mojo or in sort of in the game and am able to put some layouts a little quicker together. Now, one of the die cuts kind of had that funky looking top, and I kind of cut it off, but you're going to see eventually, because I glue that top cluster of photos to the top of the layout, I'm finding that the bottom of the layout is kind of lacking. So I'm going to reposition that top of the die cut, and I'm just going to make it shorter so it's not as tall, but I'm going to use it up. I'm not just going to not use it. One of the 6x6 pattern papers had some cameras on it, and I'm going to end up cutting 3 of them, 2 gray ones, which they look kind of, dark gray black, and I'm going to put it in each of the clusters. And this title is just going to be, I want to use some titles that the kids kind of say about sort of their lingo. And if something's like super awesome, they say it's the bomb. So I just wanted to say like was seriously the bomb. Like we just totally love walking along the waterfront. It was a beautiful day. At one point there was like an outdoor cafe, and my husband went in and got us some cold, like cold drinks, and we just sat outside with a dog and just enjoyed the day. So while I put the rest of this layout together, again, because I was filming, by the way, I am done filming my scrap room tour. Now I just got to edit and start putting it up tomorrow. But while I was doing that, it made me think of something else. How do you guys store your stuff? Do you store it by collection? Do you store it by manufacturer? Do you store it by color? Or like when a collection comes in, or that you buy a collection, do you keep all the collection together? Or do you divide it, die cuts are with the die cuts, the enamel dots are with the enamel dots, pattern papers with the pattern paper? And for me, I guess we'll just say that stay tuned for the next few days and you'll see how I store my stuff. So this is going to pretty much wrap up the layout. Oh, this is where I decide, there's something missing there at the bottom of that cluster. So I add the piece that I had cut off, that journaling block that was seriously, and I really like that. It just finishes that embellishment cluster really nicely. And then I find there's still something missing. So I'm going to go into my enamel dots. I'm going to, you see there, I kind of showed it quickly, and I'm like, there's something missing. I guess first I'm going to get some mist. No, I remembered that. I didn't put the puffy stickers. So I put the puffy stickers on. Then I'm going to cover my photo. I went into my mist and got the Heidi Swap mist in the black. And then I'm looking at it going, there's still something missing. So I went into my stash and got some enamel dots. And I'm going to add a couple of enamel dots next to the puffy stickers. Now that is going to complete the layout. I do have some close-up pictures coming up at the end. And again, if you're new to my channel, this month, the month of July 2017, I'm uploading a video a day for the entire month. And also, don't forget to hit subscribe. And if you're enjoying these videos, if you wouldn't mind giving me a thumbs up, and we will talk to you tomorrow with some scrap room tour. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.